Lamfi didn't resist. Even though Jamila was only a duke's wife, the real power at this moment lay in her hands. She wielded tremendous influence. And on top of that, she possessed a rare gift among the dwarves, the ability to forge world-class magical weapons. She was someone he'd absolutely had to make use of. Just as Layman was about to act, a sudden voice called out from outside, "Is Her Majesty inside?" The shout made both of them freeze in place. Jamila panicked, quickly slipping under Lambi's blanket. Her movements were so quick, it was almost as if she'd been through situations like this before. In this predicament, Lamvin had no choice but to step outside. The ones who had arrived turned out to be the sisters, Winnie and Linda. The two girls were the daughters of another duke. Their faces still carried a touch of youthful innocence, yet their minds were clearly filled with shady thoughts. "Isn't Her Majesty here? We need to discuss something with her." Lamvin forced an awkward smile and explained that the Queen had not yet returned. The Queen hadn't returned yet. He asked what business they had with her at such a late hour. At his question, Winnie and Linda exchanged glances, their lips curled into sly smiles as if they had already reached some unspoken agreement. Then both of them fixed Lamvine with ambiguous gazes. "What a pity. In that case, we'll just have to discuss it with you, Sir Dennis." Lamvine grew flustered as he realized the dark intentions behind their words. When the two girls quickly pulled him back into the room. Their eyes roamed over his firm muscles and, in particular, they seemed extremely curious about the size of that. Pretending not to understand what they were after, Lamvine asked what matter they wished to discuss, but his acting was far too unconvincing. The girls clung to him even tighter, whispering that they wanted to know what the strongest man in the kingdom was really like. At this, Lamvine panicked and cried out, "You said you wanted to discuss something, so why are you pulling my pestem?" Meanwhile, under the blanket, Jamila seethed with rage. These little brats, what are they even pretending for? If I hadn't deliberately sent Adele away, would they have dared to sneak in here? Just then, another voice called from outside. "Sis, are you in there? My dearest sister, I'm sick. Please come out and see me." Startled, Winnie and Linda quickly snuffed out the lamp and dove under the blanket with Dennis. But to their shock, someone was already there. Jamila immediately motioned for silence. The situation grew unbearably awkward for everyone. The newcomer was none other than Adele's younger sister, the blonde dwarf girl Dennis had met once before at the tavern. "Sis, don't be mad at me. Who told you to be so selfish, hoarding Dennis all to yourself?" With a sly grin, she pushed the door open and barged inside. In the end, Jamila, along with Winnie and Linda, all scrambled out from under the blanket, their faces dark and grim as they glared at her. The messy, tangled scene left everyone so embarrassed it felt worse than death itself. Covering their faces, they all ran out in shame. Lin Tan remained standing on the bed, looking somewhat regretful. He hadn't expected these noble girls to be so lustful. Still, the incident saved him a great deal of time in establishing connections. It was about time he discussed the plan for producing magical weapons with the Queen. It wasn't until midnight that Adele finally returned. Though she was utterly exhausted from the date, her spirits seemed high. She threw herself at Lin Tan, showering him with sweet kisses and fiery, passionate positions. Amid their intimacy, Lin Tan then spoke up. "My love, there's something very important I need to tell you." The Queen's face flushed with pleasure, her words breaking off in gasping moans. In her mind, nothing could possibly be more important than what they were doing right now. But Lin Tan continued, "My love, I believe the strength of our kingdom is growing weaker by the day. I propose we restart the Apollo Forge, mass-produce magical weapons, and strengthen the power of the realm." Adele, surprised to hear such a proposal at such a moment, shifted positions. While enjoying the moment, she pondered aloud, "This is indeed necessary, but the nobles will surely oppose it, and the common people won't agree either. Forging magical weapons isn't as simple as working with iron and steel. We have to descend into the undercrypts to mine rare ores, gather precious materials to perform the enchantments, and also invoke the blessings of the dwarven gods along with the pinnacle of smithing techniques. Only then could we succeed, and if we were to mass-produce them, the entire nation's strength would have to be mobilized. But the people and nobles have lived in comfort for too long. It's made them lazy, and I've only just ascended as sovereign. If I issue such a massive command now, I fear it won't gain their support." Hearing this, Lin Tan then replied, "As for the common people, I already have a solution. The dwarves love their drink, so we can guarantee that anyone who participates in forging magical weapons will receive a daily supply of fine wine free of charge. They'll work hard for the sake of good liquor. This method not only shows the Queen's compassion toward her people, but also affirms your authority in their eyes. As for the nobles, leave them to me. As he said this, Lin Tang gently caressed the queen's body. Adele felt that his plan was indeed flawless. But then, before she could even finish her thought, Lin Tang suddenly used more force. So much so that tears welled in her eyes from the pain. Please don't. I was wrong. I agree with you. All right. And then the room was filled with the sounds of decadent abandon. Thanks you all for supporting my video. I wish you endless happiness and joy in life. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like and leave a comment to show your support. I sincerely appreciate it.